Welcome. My name is Lovely Angie Pando. This is a report of Group 3 about Rizal Impression of America. Bigam ko no si Rizal ming bisita sa Amerika, ming ask ko no si Jose Alejandro on his good impression to progress nation. With great cities, hog farms and flourishing and also bossy factories. Ang mga tao kuno sa Amerika kay energetic and hardworking, and the cities is beautiful. However, the bad impression of Rizal where nag-existed democracy and freedom. May istorya si Rizal na ang Amerika kuno is the land par excellence of freedom, but only for the whites. And thank you.
May 25, 1888, Rizal went to London and staying there for a short time as host at the home of Dr. Antonima Rigdor, practicing lawyer in London, and at exile of 1872. He bonded at Benguet family. Mayor Benguet was the organization of Santo Paul Church. Si Rizal ming-adto sa London o mimpuyo dito sa mubo nga panahon, isip bisita sa balay ni Dr. Anthony Marigogdor. Nagpractice nga abogado sa London ug usa pagkadisteryo sa 1872 ni sakay siya sa pamilyang Benguet. Mayor Benguet mao ang organista sa church. Gertrude Benguet, called Getty or Tudi, was the oldest of the Benguet sister. He spent Sundays in the house of Dr. Reinhold Roost, the liberator of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Auditory of Malayan Language. Gertrude Benguet gitawag ginti o mao ang labing karaan sa mga igsoon nga mga Benguet. Gigulo niya ang mga Domingo sa balay ni Dr. Reinhold Roost. Ang librehan sa misteryo ug autoridad sa Malayan nga mga pinulungan.
Rizal also spent most of his time in British Museum annotating Morca books. Succession de los Islas Filipinas, Historical Event of the Philippine Island, which published in Mexico in 1609. In December 11, 1888, he was been asked to Spain and visited Madrid and Barcelona. He went to visit his compatriots Marcelo H. del Pilar and Mariano Ponce, two great leaders of the propaganda movement. He exchanged ideas with them and promised to cooperate to fight to reforms. In December 24, 1888, he returned to London, spent Christmas and New Year with the Beckett family. During Christmas Eve or Noche Buena, Rizal wrote and sent Bloomthread a Christmas gift, a bust of Emperor Augustus, which he made. He also sent another friend, Dr. Carlos Sipilac, a bust of Julius Caesar as a Christmas gift. Knowing that Rizal had great admiration in magic, Mrs. Beckett, Rizal has a great admiration in magic, give him a Christmas gift, a book entitled The Life and Adventure of Valentina Vax, the Ventriloquist.
December 31, 1888, a patriotic society was established and inaugurated called Association La Solidaridad, with Rizal chosen as honorary president. So, ang Association La Solidaridad is kanang gi-establish and inaugurated or kanang gipagawa siya sa Patriotic Society pag December 31, 1888, nga ang napili nila nga honorary president is si Rizal. So, ang mga officers nga ni kay si Galiciano Acapasipo, President, si Graciano Lopez Hania, Vice President, si Manuel Santa Maria is ang Secretary, and ang Mariano Pons as treasurer, Jose Maria Panganiban as accountant. So, February 15, 1889, Graciano Lopez Hanya founded the Fraternity Patriotic newspaper. So, pag February 15, 1889, ang founded sa Fraternity Patriotic newspaper is si Graciano Lopez Hanya. Mauto si Dia sa katong Vice President sa Honorary President. La Solidaridad in Barcelona, the organ of the propaganda movement. So, the aims of La Solidaridad were: kinaunhan is the work for a peaceful political and society reforms in the Philippines. Number 2, the portray the deplorable conditions of the Philippines so that Spain may remedy them. Number 3, the oppose the evil forces of reaction. Number 4, to advocate liberal ideas and progress. Number 5, to champion the legitimate aspirations of the Filipino people to life, democracy, and happiness. Thank you.
March 19, 1889, from London, Rizal went to Paris to organize his compatriots into a society called Kidlat, which would bring together the young Filipinos in the French capital so they could enjoy their sojourn in the city during the durations of the Paris Universal Exposition. So, after ni Rizal lingato sa London, mingato na po siya sa Paris, and also, iyang gigather niya ang katong mga young Filipinos, and gitawag to nila ang organization or society is Kidlat. So, para ang katong mga young Filipino dito sa Paris is magkausaog, and para sa katong ilang pag sojourn, which means ang ilang marag pagbisita dito sa lugar or a vacation gani, which is katong lugar is Paris, and para mas murag ma-enjoy nila ang ilang gigather si Rizal iyang gigather ang katong mga young Filipino dito sa Paris para po ma-enjoy, and sa ilang pagbisita dito is masulit nila. And May 6, 1889, Rizal and his friends attended opening ceremonies of the Universal Exposition of Paris. The exposition drew a vast crowd to tourists and persons of the more than 200,000. The greatest attraction of the exposition was Eiffel Tower, which was built Alexander Eiffel, a famous French engineer. So, after na po ato nga, pagka May 6 na 1889, mingadto sila ni Rizal atong sa Paris, katong nanapoy another celebration katong which is the opening ceremonies of the Universal Exposition sa Paris. So, together with his friend, mingadto sila sa famous nga lugar ito sa Paris, and dito sa Eiffel Tower nga, which is famous po dito nga tourist spot. So, ang Eiffel Tower is nagikan ni siya sa pangan sa engineer sa naghimo ato nga tower, which is si Alexander Eiffel, sa famous French engineer. So imagine no, ang katong Eiffel Tower is famous na siya before pa. So hangtod karon is famous siya. Ang katong during ni Rizal is naining attend dito daghan kayo nga tao, which is more than 200,000. So imagine nga, agad yung tower dahil sa una pa is famous kaayo until now.
September 21, 1889, Rizal founded another society during the Universal Exposition in Paris. The society is called Redemption de los Malayos, Redemption of the Malayas, or with initials of RDLM Society. Rizal rigidly guarded its secret existence. During the Universal Exposition sa Paris, si Rizal ay nagtatag ng isang lihim na samahan na tinatawag na Redemption de los Malayos or Redemption of the Malayas, or with initials of RDLM. Pagka-August 19, 1890, Rizal received a sad news on the untimely death of his friend, Jose Maria Panganiban, a talented Bicolano and co-worker in the propaganda movement. Si Rizal pag August 19, 1890 naka-receive og sad news about sa iyang pagkamatay sa iyang friend nga si Jose Maria Panganiban. Si Panganiban ay isang talentadong manunulat mula sa Bicol na kasamahan ni Rizal sa propaganda movement.
August 30, 1890, Rizal attended a social reunion of the Filipinos in Madrid. Antonio Leonato was no longer jealous of Rizal because of he was frustrated with his romance with Nelly Busted. He made unsavory remarks against Nelly. When Luna becomes aware, she realizes his bad remarks against Nelly, and after apologized to Rizal, Rizal accepted the apology and the two became friends again. So si Rizal is itanong sa Diyos sa usa ka social reunion dito sa si Antonio Luna wala na magbuot o nagsilos siya kini kang Rizal tungod sa iyang kasamuyo sa romance sa Camille Busted. So sa dihang si Luna nahimong sabaw, nakamgo siya sa kanang iyang matilig na maayong matulong. Batok kang nini din pagkahuman, nangayo jud pasaylo kang Rizal. Then mauto gidawat ni Rizal ang iyang pagpangayo pasaylo. And then ang duha is nahimong managingana ang pag-usan. December 1890, Rizal received a letter from Leonor Rivera announcing his forthcoming marriage to an Englishman, the choice of her mother, asking forgiveness. Rizal was told of this sad news from Leonor. Rizal, who was engaged with Leonor Rivera, was left broken-hearted. So si Rizal is nakadawat yung letter gikan ni Leonor Rivera na nagpahibalo sa ilang umabot nga kasal. So usa ka Englishman ang pagpili sa iyang mother, iyang inahan. Ibang iyang mother is nangayon mong pasaylo kang Rizal. And then si Rizal is na-shock siya kay ano kung na-letter mo ipada di kami Leonor Rivera.
February 1, 1891, Rizal left Madrid for Biarritz where he had a brief vacation. He stayed as a guest at the Busted family. On his stay at Busted home for 1 month vacation, he fell in love with Nelly Busted. Antonio Luna previously loved and lost Nelly. He encouraged Rizal to love and marry her. With the encouragement of Luna, Rizal courted Nelly. So mao ni ang time nga si Rizal ning left sa Madrid para moadto sa Biarritz kung asa nagstay siya og kadali. Sa iyang pagstay sa Busted family for 1 month, na-inlove siya ni Nelly Busted, which is ang ex ni Antonio Luna. So mao to nga encourage ni Antonio Luna si Rizal para pakaslan si Nelly Busted. So sa encouragement ni Luna, si Rizal nanguyab ni Nelly. Next is February 7, 1891. Mao ni ang mga Filipinos nag-put up og responsable or which is a leader to direct the affairs of the Filipino community and to determine the editorial policy of La Solidaridad. Next is March 29, 1891. This was the eve of his departure from Biarritz to Paris. He finished writing the manuscript for El Filibusterismo. So mao ni the night before nga mulid si Rizal from Biarritz to Paris. Mao po ni time nga nahuman si og suwat sa iyang novel nga El Filibusterismo.
April 15, 1881, Rizal went back to Brazil where he was happily received by the Jacobi landladies and by PTT Susani Jacobi, the Belgian girl who loved him. So, in April 1891, Jose Rizal returned to the Brazil, Belgium, where he was warmly welcomed by his landladies, Jacobi family. Among them was PTT Susani Jacobi, a Belgian girl who
who had feelings for Rizal. This return marked a period of comfort and social interaction for him as continue his work and study while fostering personal connection. So next is October 18, 1891. Rizal board the steamer Melbourne bound for Hong Kong. He brought with him 60 copies of Pili and a recommendation letter by Juan Luna for Manuel Camus, a compatriot living in Singapore. So, on October 18, 1881, Jose Rizal, the Philippines nationalist and reform board the called steamer Melbourne en route to Hong Kong. He carried 60 copies of his novel, The El Filibustrismo, which was shackled to Noli Me Tangere and critic Spanish colonial rule in the Philippines. So Rizal also had a recommendation letter from the famous Filipino pater Juan Luna for Manuel Camus, a fellow Filipino residing in Singapore. This letter likely served to establish connection and support for Rizal as continue his advocacy for Filipino reform and independence.
December 24, 1891, Rizal was gladdened by the arrival of his father, brother, and Silvestre Ubaldo in Hong Kong. Not long afterwards, his mother and sisters Lucia, Josefa, and Trinidad also arrived. His mother, who was almost blind, was already 65 years old. So, pagka December 24, 1891, nalipay si Rizal kaniabot ihang papa yang igsuon og si Silvestre Ubaldo dito sa Hong Kong. Unya nisunod sa ding iyang mama og iyang igsuon nga si Lucia, si Josefa ug si Trinidad. That time ang edad sa iyang mama is 65 na and almost blind na, hapit na mabuta, di na kita. So pag December 25, 1891, it was one of the happiest Yuletide celebration in Rizal's life. They had a happy familiar union. So pagka December 25 is mo ni ang Pasko. Kaning Yuletide means kanang sinaunang term pa sa Pasko. So nalipay si Rizal, happiest Pasko nga celebration daw nila is pagkadtong December 25, 1891 kay naa iyahang kumpleto sila na iyahang mama ug papa og iyahang mga igsuon. March 7, 1892, Rizal went to Sandakan on board the ship Minon to negotiate with the British authorities for the establishment of a Filipino colony. So pagka March 7, 1892 niadto si Rizal sa Sandakan. Ang iyang gisakyan is Minon para makig-negotiate sa katong mga British authorities para sa ilang gimo nga establishment. So kadtong kaning ilahang gikuan nga dito sa British is mao ni ang katong Borneo colonization project. Kadong ang mission ni Rizal is kanang iyahang i-move adto ang mga landless families nga nagpuyo, i-move niya adto sa British owned island. June 1892, Rizal wrote La Mano Roja, or the Red Hand, in sheet form, denouncing the frequent outbreak of international fires in Manila. So pagka June 1892, nagsuwat or gisuwat ni Rizal ang La Mano Roja in sheet form para i-denounce ang frequent outbreak of international fires dito sa Manila.
Propaganda means a campaign of information as well as a bid for sympathy. The propaganda movement was a campaign by the native Filipinos calling for reforms in the Philippines. The movement started in 1880 up to 1886, but but the most critical period of activity is between 1880 and 1895, a year before Rizal's execution. Ang propaganda propaganda, which means is a way of spreading information or ideas to influence people's opinions and behaviors. So it can be used to persuade people to support a particular cause. Political viewpoints or products. Propaganda often uses emotional appeals to evoke sympathy or create a sense of urgency. Next, prominent members of the propaganda movements were Jose Rizal. Jose Rizal, author of No Limitang Here and El Filibusterismo. Jose Rizal was a Filipino national hero who wrote the novels No Limitang Here and El Filibusterismo during the Spanish colonial period. So, si Jose Rizal ko na kay mao ko na ang Pilipino sa national hero. Yeah. Sunod kay his works helped spark the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonization, leading to the country's eventual independence. Rizal is remembered as a patriot, a doctor, a writer, and a symbol of Filipino nationalism. Graciano Lopez Jaena, publisher of La Solidaridad, the movement's principal organ. Graciano Lopez Jaena was a writer and publisher of La Solidaridad, which was an important newspaper during the Philippines Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. La Solidaridad became the main publication for the reform movement in the Philippines, advocating for equal rights, freedom, and justice for the Filipino people. Graciano Lopez Jaena used the newspaper to raise awareness about the struggle of fellow Filipinos and inspire unity and resistance against oppression. Mariano Ponce, the movement's secretary. Mariano Ponce was a Filipino nationalist who played a key role in the movement for the independence of the Philippines from Spanish colonial rule. He served as the secretary of the reformist organization called La Solidaridad, which advocates for political and social reforms in the Philippines. As the secretary, Mariano Ponce was responsible for handling correspondence, organizing meetings, and support the publication of articles that promoted the cause of Filipino independence. Marcelo H. del Pilar. Marcelo H. del Pilar was a Filipino writer, lawyer, journalist, and one of the key figures in the Philippines Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. He used his writing to criticize the Spanish government and advocate for reforms and independence for the Philippines. Marcelo del Pilar played a significant role in shaping Filipino nationalism and promoting freedom and democracy. Ug niya nagtrabaho siya sa daghan nga kanang Filipinos to fight for their rights and work towards a better future for their country.
So, the Rizal relationship with Antonio Luna. So, Rizal and Luna were friends captivated by Vastagree's manners and pedigree. The love triangles that involve two of the country's heroes is one filled with tales of romance and intrigue that has been a source of fascinations and debate for many. Both had Antonio Luna developed their said relationship when both studied in Europe. So kani si Rizal ug Luna is we both friend nga nabighani sila sa kabaji nga si Fusted Waste. Then tungod nga ni love triangles is more na-chismis sila nga more on daghang mga istorya nga
tungod sa love triangles is mo'y nagsimula sa ilang pag-away-away or debate. So both had Antonio Luna as we developed their said relationship with both studies in Europe. Then sa second slides is both had almost killed each other in a duel for a half-European Filipino woman named Nelly Basted. Rizal come victorious through ended the relationship as Rizal declined Nell's demand for him to become a Protestant. Eventually, both Rizal and Luna were ilustrados, well educated, talented, and passionate. Luna, who was older than Rizal by 4 years, had similar interests with the younger man. So, kanasa din sila duha, murag halos na sila magpinatyanay tungod dinganing nga half European Filipino woman named Nole Basted. So, kani si Nole Basted is anak ni siya sa pinakakwartaan nga businessman nga si Eduardo Basted. Then si Antonio Luna is nanguyab ni si Jani ni Nole Basted, but yeah, pero karibal man niya sa Rizal. So si Nole Basted is nakagusto po ni Rizal. So motong ang gipili ni Nole Basted is si Rizal. Then Rizal converted through ended the relationship as Rizal declined Nell's demand for him to become a Protestant. So ang si Rizal is murag iyang buwagan niya si Nelle Basted tungod kay kanis si Jack kay ning demand man ni Rizal nga ang si Rizal mahimong Protestant. So eventually Antonio apologized for the situations to Jose. So kaning si Antonio is murag nahimasmasan na si Jay nga to sa ilang sitwasyon ni Rizal is murag ning apologize siya ni Jose Rizal tungod sa mga nahitabo. Then both Rizal and Luna were ilustrados, well educated, talented, and passionate. So kani silang duha is mga pareho pa silang mga pinag-aralan or mga talented and passionate. Luna, who was older than Rizal by 4 years, had similar interest with the younger man. So maguwang pa rin ni si Luna ni Rizal og older than 4 years, had similar interests. So with the younger man, so mura to.
Lopez Jena, power key figures in the propaganda movement, a campaign seeking reforms for the Philippines during Spanish colonization. While Rizal admired Lopez Jana's public speaking and leadership abilities, Lopez Jana appreciated Rizal's writing and vision for Philippines. Despite their mutual respect, their methods differed. Rizal favored peaceful reforms while Lopez Jana adopted a more aggressive political tone in his speeches. Jose Rizal and Graciano Lopez Jana were both leaders in movement to improve the Philippines during Spanish rule. They respect each other's talents. Rizal admired Lopez Jana's speaking skill, and Lopez Jana appreciated Rizal's writings. Even though they had different ways of approaching reform, Rizal was more peaceful and Lopez Jana was more aggressive. They both wanted the same thing, better condition for Filipinos.
Rizal relationship with Mariano Ponce. Jose Rizal and Mariano Ponce had a strong collaborative relationship as fellow member of propaganda movement. Si Jose Rizal ug si Mariano Ponce kay naay usa ka strong collaborative relationship as fellow member of propaganda movement. Ponce admired Rizal's intellect and dedication to the cause of Philippine reform.
They worked together in producing articles for La Solidaridad with Pons managing the papers of Rizal contributing kay writings. Then, nagtinabangay sila sa paghimo og mga article para sa La Solidaridad. Then, Pons view Rizal as a leader and mentor. Si Pons, ang iyang pagtan-aw ni Rizal, usa ka leader og mentor nga masaligan, often seeking his guidance on matter concerning the movement. Their relationship was built on mutual respect and shared ideas, with both committed to using peaceful means to achieve reform for the Philippines. So, ang ilang relationship kay pag sinabtanay sa usag-usa o pag-share og ideas para faithful ag ilahang panag-uban. Rizal's relationship with Jose Alejandrino. According to historical accounts, Ocampo 2012, Jose Alejandrino, Rizal's roommate in Belgium. So Jose Alejandrino, siya ang roommate ni Rizal sa Belgium, played a crucial role in getting El Globosterismo painting. He arranged for the proofreading and revisions to delivered to F. Meyer van Loo and G. Hent. So, iyan ang gi-arrange ang mga papel sa proofreading and revisions para i-deliver ni F. Meyer van Loo and G. Hent. While in Spain, sa Spain, he became an active member of propaganda movement. Nahimo si Jose Alejandrino nga usa ka active member sa propaganda movement. He joined the editorial staff of La Solidaridad. Human ni-apil po siya og editorial staff sa La Solidaridad. As a close friend of Jose Rizal, siya ang close friend ni Rizal. He was the one who brought the manuscript of El Filibusterismo to the printing press of publication. So, siya ang da sa manuscript of El Filibusterismo to the printing press of publication.
5. Rizal's relationship with Edelberto Evangelista. Edelberto Evangelista, who came from a poor family in Santa Cruz, Manila, was 8 months younger than Jose Rizal. He traveled to Madrid, Spain in 1890 and befriended the Filipino patriot Jose Rizal, who advised him to study engineering in Belgium. While he was an excellent student who was offered jobs in several European countries, he sacrificed his career to join the Katipunan revolutionaries during their uprising against Spanish colonial rule. So, si Edelberto Evangelista, who came from a poor family. So, si Edelberto Evangelista, nagikan siya sa usa ka pobre nga pamilya. Poor family sa Santa Cruz, Manila. He was 8 months younger than Jose Rizal. So, mas maguwang siya og 8 months kaysa ni Jose Rizal. He traveled to Madrid, Spain. So, na-travel siya sa Madrid, Spain pag 1890 and befriended the Filipino patriot Jose Rizal, who advised him to study engineering. So, siya po ang nag-advise para mag-study og engineering sa Belgium. While he was an excellent student, kaya usaman siya excellent student, bright po siya, who was offered jobs in several European countries. So sa European countries siya nag-offer jobs siya sa ato. Then he sacrificed his career to join the Katipunan revolutionaries during their uprising against Spanish colonial. So sacrifice po siya sa iyang career para mo join sa Katipunan revolutionaries during their uprising against Spanish colonial rule. He returned to the Philippines in September 1896. So, nibalik siya sa Pilipinas pag September 1896, shortly after the start of Philippine Revolution. And he joined Emilio Aguinaldo's command and rose to the rank of Lieutenant General. So, ni-join po siya sa ni Emilio Aguinaldo's command. Then, nagkuhan po siya
and rose to the rank of Lieutenant General. Then pag February 17, 1897, he was killed by the Spanish army. So ang nakapatay ni Dia is Spanish army at the Battle of Zabot Bridge. So adto siya gipatay sa Battle of Zabot Bridge, upon which his protege Miguel Malvar assumed his command. So that's it. Thank you.